Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to our group presentation video. We are from group 4 of International Law Class R. In this video, we will explore the legal status of 3 case categories under international humanitarian law, namely armies, belligerents, and live and mess. In addition, we will analyze whether the Free Papua Movement or OPM falls within any of these clarification or standard apart from them entirely. This video is part of our final semester evaluation. We will present it in a systematic and scholarly manner. Under international humanitarian law, these 3 clarifications are vital in determining the legal status of individual or group involved in armed conflict. Legal classification directly affect their right upon capture, their legal responsibilities, and their protection guaranteed to them under international law.
Armies. The term armies refers to the regular armed forces of a state engaged in the armed conflict. According to Article 43 of Additional Protocol to the 1949 Geneva Convention, the armed forces of a party to a conflict are composed of all organized armed forces, groups, and units which are under a common responsibility for the conduct of its subordinates. To qualify as a lawful armies, a group must firstly be organized in a military structure, and the second be under a responsibility command, and thirdly maintain an internal disciplinary system, and the last abide by the rules of international humanitarian law. For example, a national military such as the Indonesian National Armed Forces TNI meets all these criteria.
2. Belligerent. Belligerent refer to entities engaged in armed conflict and regard nature under international law as parties to that conflict, as outlined in the Hague Regulation of 1907 and customary international law. Belligerents may include non-state armed group if they meet specific conditions. Firstly, possess a functioning chain of command. Second, exercise control over a definite territory. Thirdly, demonstrate the capacity to comply with international humanitarian law. And last, are recognized as parties to the conflict by opposing states or international actors. Being recognized as a belligerent has significant legal implications, including entitlement to prisoner of war status and lawful combatant privilege.
Thirdly, levian mass. Levian mass refers to a spontaneous uprising of civilians who, without prior military organization, take up arms to resist an invading force, according to Article 4A6 of the 3rd Geneva Convention. Such individual may be considered lawful combatants if 1. They carry arms openly, 2. They respect the law and custom of war, 3. The resistance occurs in a situation where there is no time to form regularly armed units. One historical example of levian mass is the spontaneous resistance by French civilians against Nazi Germany during World War II. The Free Papua Movement, Organisasi Papua Merdeka or OPM, is a separatist group that has been active since 1965 with the objective of gaining indulgence and hostile-taking action that contradict the required standard of recognition.
Now that OPM qualify as an army, The answer is no. Despite having an armed structure, OPM does not represent a recognized sovereign state. Moreover, it lacks a formal chain of command, an internal military discipline in accordance with Article 43 of Additional Protocol 1. What about belligerents? While OPM engages in armed operation and exert limited territorial influence in Papua remote regions, it has not been officially recognized as a belligerent by any state for international organization. Such recognition is essential for attaining lawful belligerent status. Additionally, numerous reports indicate that OPM has committed violation of international humanitarian law, including attacks on civilians schools.
And concerning Live and Mass, does OPM meet this criterion? Certainly not. Live and Mass involves sudden, unorganized civilian resistance during emergency intervention. OPM, on the other hand, has operated as organized movement for decided, with structured leadership and military planning. Therefore, it does not qualify as a Live and Mass.
From our analysis, it is clear that OPM does not fit into the categories of army, belligerent, or levy and mass. Legally, its status under international humanitarian law remains ambiguous and undefined.
This legal uncertainty has serious implications, particularly for how captured OPM members are treated and how civilians affected by the conflict are protected. Since OPM lacks the legal recognition of combat status, its members might be subject to criminal prosecution under domestic law rather than enjoying the protection afforded the lawful combatant under international law. However, addressing this issue solely through military or punitive measure is not enough. The Indonesian government and international community must adopt a holistic approach, incorporating peaceful conflict resolution, socio-economy, development, and respect for human rights. A legal solution must be accompanied by political dialogue and humanitarian engagement.
We hope the video has provided a clear understanding of how international human law crisis armed group and the implication of closing nation in the context of the Papua conflict. The coldest our group presentation. Thank you for waiting. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found the video informative. See you our next person. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.